Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, gonna be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Wednesday, August the 14th. We got a big slate today. I think it's a full 15 game slate, I believe. We do have a few early games today, but most of the games are later tonight. And all the props I like in this video, we got two props we're gonna talk about for today. Those are coming from the later games, so you'll have plenty of time to get these plays in. I am recording this video a little bit earlier than normal. I'm recording this around 8:30 Eastern time on Wednesday morning. Got some appointments, some errands to attend to later today, so I wanted to go ahead and get this video out early. We don't have the full board posted yet. Like, we're still waiting on pitcher fantasy scores, stuff like that, but I still was able to find two early props I did like for the slate. And as always, guys, we're going to talk through these two plays and we're going to share why I like them. Now, before we do get started, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up, use promo code NOAH, and when you place your first $5 lineup, you'll instantly get $50 in promo funds added to your account. That's a new promotion Prizepicks is running, and it's available for all new users. So if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, again, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up. And also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper. You guys can check out Sleeper, linked down below in the description, or just use the promo code NOAH over on Sleeper, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So basically, if you deposit $100, Sleeper will match that. They'll give you an additional $100 to play with. You deposit $50, Sleeper will match that. They'll give you an additional $50 to play with. So check out Sleeper, guys. They're a similar site to Prizepicks. Very simple, easy to use. You just pick more or less on player projections. You build out an entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper, and you can win up to 100x your money. So if you guys do want to check out Sleeper, make sure to do so and use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up. But let's go ahead and talk through props that I'm liking for this Wednesday slate. Now, recapping our two plays from Tuesday. We lost by the hook on Tuesday. We did hit one of our two plays, but the one play that missed, we lost by the hook. So we did hit Yusei Kikuchi over 33 fantasy score. Kikuchi actually, he should have easily hit, but he didn't get a quality start because Jose Altuve had a ground ball hit right to him that he missed for an error, and then they pulled Kikuchi after that play. He was 1 out short of getting a quality start. But luckily, the Astros were winning at the time. They were up by 2 runs, and they were able to keep that lead, win the game, and Kikuchi was able to get a win, which was enough to put him over his fantasy score line. And honestly, it was looking like the Astros were going to blow the lead, and Kikuchi wasn't going to get the win, but the bullpen was able to keep the lead for the rest of the game. Kikuchi got the win, went over his fantasy score, but we paired that with Eduardo Rodriguez over 15.5 pitching outs. We needed Erod to go, deeper than 5 innings. We needed him to get at least 1 out in the 6th inning, and he got through 5 innings, but he was at like 83 pitches, and I was expecting him to throw about 80 to 85 pitches. So it was kind of like it was a big question whether or not they would put him out there for the 6th inning, but they didn't put him out there for the 6th inning, after he had thrown 83 pitches. But he kind of, he had a couple long innings. Like, I want to say the first 2 innings were pretty long. Or the first 3 innings, I should say. I think he had thrown like 60 pitches through 3 innings. So it was going to be really hard for him to go into the 6th inning at that point. He had 2 quick innings after that, but again, when he was going to be limited to about 85 pitches, we kind of needed him to be a little bit more efficient than he was, especially through those first 3 innings. After the first 3 innings, though, he started to pitch really well, but at that point it was too late. He wasn't going to be able to go 6 innings. So that's a tough one to lose. Really like that play on Erod yesterday. Love the matchup for him. Just those first 3 innings, giving up like 3 runs, that kind of killed him. He had some long innings that ran up his pitch count. But what can you do, man? We're gonna move on to today. We're gonna find 2 more plays to talk about, and let's talk through these 2 plays. So the first play that I like is gonna be a pitching outs prop, and the play that I'm liking here is Kyle Gibson. We're gonna take Kyle Gibson for more than 16.5 pitching outs. So Kyle Gibson is a pitcher that typically can go 6 innings or more. He's a pitcher that can typically pitch, somewhat deep into games. You look over his last 5 starts, he's gone at least 6 innings in 3 out of his last 5. He's gone at least 6 innings in 3 out of his last 4. And for the whole season, Gibson has gone over this pitching outs line in 15 out of 22 starts. So a large majority of his starts this season, he's been able to get at least 17 pitching outs. He's been able to pitch at least 5 2/3 innings. The matchup today against the Reds is not the worst matchup. It's not the easiest matchup. I think it's kind of like a neutral matchup. The Reds this season, if you do look at their numbers against right-handed pitching, they've been a below league average offense against righties. Now they are going to be playing this game in Cincinnati in Great American Ballpark, which is a very hitter friendly park. So I think if Gibson was pitching at home today, his pitching outs line would probably be 17.5, juiced towards the over. But because he's pitching in Cincinnati, the line is at 16.5. But I still like this line. I still like Gibson to go over here. Sportsbook odds are actually still favoring the over on this prop. I was looking at Pinnacle. Pinnacle has this pitching outs prop on Gibson minus 145, favoring the over. So Pinnacle likes the over here. I think DraftKings had this at like minus 130, favoring the over as well. Again, this is a line that Gibson has gone over in a large majority of starts this season. He's actually already faced the Reds once this season and did go over this line in that game against the Reds. He went, he went 6 innings, only gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and was able to get 18 pitching outs against Cincinnati. Like I said, Cincinnati's kind of been a below league average offense this season against right-handed pitching. You look at their numbers against righties, they ranked 27th in batting average, 27th in on-base percentage. They rank, they rank 12th in slugging, so they do have some power, obviously. But in terms of OPS, I mean, they rank 16th in OPS. They rank 25th in WRC plus, so they definitely rank towards the bottom of the league in average on-base percentage, WRC plus. This is not a Cincinnati team that gets on base a ton. I mean, they definitely will strike out too. Now they have been striking out less as of late, but for the whole season, Cincinnati does still have the 4th highest K rate versus right-handed pitching. Gibson's not a super high strikeout guy anyways, but he is a guy that can get ground balls. He is a guy that typically can command the zone, doesn't really walk a ton of batters. His walk rate is a little bit higher this season. It's up at 9%. But last season, Gibson only had a 6.8% walk rate. The season before that, only a 6.7% walk rate. So he's typically not a pitcher that is going to walk a ton of batters. He gets a lot of ground balls, 46% ground ball percentage this season. That's kind of what you need if you want to go. If you want to go 6 innings, if you want to pitch deep into games, you've got to be able to throw strikes, command the zone, get ground balls, get soft contact. Because if you're throwing 7, 8 pitches every at bat to pitchers, I mean, it's going to be hard to pitch 6 innings at that point. You've got to be able to get quick outs on 2, 3 pitches, and that's something that Gibson can do. This Cincinnati team, they're not like a super patient team. They'll swing early in counts. They'll swing and miss as well. So I do like this matchup for Gibson. I like him to go over 16.5 pitching outs here. We're going to roll with this as our first play for today. Now, the other prop that I like is actually a hitter fantasy score. You guys know, if you've been watching my MLB videos, I typically don't take hitter props. Hitter props are very volatile. It's hard to predict when a hitter's going to have a good game, when they're not. I mean, even the best hitters, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Ohtani, these guys can go 0 for 4 any night. Like, they can go hitless any night. But you can still, look at the data. You can find good matchups you like. And there is a hitter prop that I do like for tonight, and it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We're going to take him for more than 8 hitter fantasy scores. So Vlad has been very, very good this season. He's been very good as of late. He was actually on like a 20-something game hit streak. I think he was on like a 22 or 23 game hit streak prior to this game against Oakland on August 11th when he went 0 for 4. Like, that just shows you. I mean, Vlad had a hit in 23 straight games, and then, he went 0 for 4 because that's baseball. That's how baseball works. Guys are not going to get a hit every game. Guys are not going to hit a home run every game. But when you can find matchups that you like, I think there's definitely some value with taking hitter props. Vlad has been hitting the ball well lately. He's kind of heated back up. He's been good in this series against the Angels. Had 12 fantasy score in game 1 against them, 14 last night. Like this matchup for him against Tyler Anderson. So Tyler Anderson is a pitcher that I think is due for a little bit of negative regression. If you look at Tyler Anderson's numbers this season, he's got like a 2.99 ERA, but a 4.20 expected ERA, I believe. I'm going to pull the stats up real quick. Yeah, 2.99 ERA this season, but a 4.2 expected ERA. So Anderson has been getting a little bit lucky this season. He is definitely a pitcher that is due for negative regression. And this is a Blue Jays team that offensively, they're not like the scariest lineup. I mean, especially because like right now they have guys injured, like Bo Bichette is injured. They traded away Justin Turner. So like their lineup is not as deep as it typically is. But this is still a lineup that does hit left-handed pitching very well. This is still a lineup that doesn't really strike out against lefties. They're going to put the ball in play. And Vlad specifically has had great numbers against left-handed pitching this season. I mean, he's been great against right-handed pitching as well, but against left-handed pitching, he's batting .321 this season. He's got a .427 on base percentage, .617 slugging, over 1,000 OPS, .296 ISO, 189 WRC plus. Like, all of his power metrics are a lot better against left-handed pitching. So if you look at his home runs this season, he's hit more home runs against right-handed pitching, but that's just because he faces more right-handed pitchers. He's had 379 at-bats against right-handed pitching, only 81 at-bats against a left-handed pitcher, but he's still got 6 home runs and only 81 at-bats against a left-handed pitcher. So Vlad has shown really good power numbers against lefties. He's hit left-handed pitching well this season. Tyler Anderson, again, a pitcher that's due for negative regression. So I kind of like this spot for Vlad a lot. Now, when I take hitter fantasy score, especially when I take overs, I like taking guys that can, kind of do everything, that have power, can steal bases. That's not really Vlad's game. Like, Vlad is not going to steal a ton of bases. He's only stole 2 bases this season. For hitter fantasy score, I like when guys, even if they don't get a home run, or if they don't get a bunch of hits, let's say they get walked 2 times, they could still go over the fantasy score because then they could steal bases. But that's not really Vlad's game. So we're gonna need him to get some hits here, some RBIs, maybe hit a home run. But again, I like the matchup for him here against Anderson. He has crushed left-handed pitching this season. Anderson, a pitcher that's due for negative regression. He's kind of, Anderson's a soft tosser, doesn't really throw very hard. I think this is a spot where the Blue Jays can definitely get to Anderson, put up some runs against him, put some balls in play. I know their team total, it's only at 4.6 runs, but I think that's still decent. Like this spot though a lot for Vlad. And if you look at Anderson this season, what pitches he throws, mainly he throws a fastball and changeup. Those are his top 2 pitches. He's throwing those about 77% of the time. And you look at Vlad's numbers this season against fastballs and changeups. He's hit those pitches well against fastballs. He's batting .322, .512 slugging, WOBA over 400. You look at his numbers against changeups, not as good, but still solid. .245 average, .472 slugging, .374 WOBA. I mean, Vlad's hit almost every pitch good this season, but he's really hit fastballs well. That's a pitch that Anderson throws over 40% of the time. So a lot of boxes are checked here for Vlad, and this is a spot that I do like for him. We're going to take him for more than 8 hitter fantasy scores. So these are the 2 props, guys, that we're going to roll with for Wednesday's MLB slate. We're going to take Kyle Gibson for more than 16.5 pitching outs, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for more than 8 hitter fantasy scores. So if you guys are going to tell me on these 2 plays, let's hopefully hit both these plays today, and let's make some money on this slate, guys. As always, appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos. Make sure you hit that like button down below. If you did enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up. Again, use that promo code NOAH, and when you place your first $5 lineup, you'll instantly get $50 in promo funds added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on the slate. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.